Christian burial, even though she killed herself?
I'm telling you, yes. She finished our grave right away. You know, the coroner examined her yesterday, and they're saying she deserves a Christian burial.
How? Unless she killed herself in self-defense.
That's what they're saying she did.
Huh. Sounds more like self-offense if you ask me. Like, look at it this way. If she drowned herself, then it's an act. There are three parts to an act. To do, to act, and to perform. Therefore, if she knew she was drowning herself, then it was definitely an act.
No, listen here, gravedigger, sir.
No, let me finish. Like, here's the water, right? And, here's the man. So if the man goes into the water and drowns himself, then he's the one doing it. But if the water comes and drowns the man, then he's not drowning himself.
Is that what the law says?
Yep.
Do you want to know the truth? If she wasn't rich, she wouldn't have been given a Christian burial.
Huh, well, you said it, not me. You know, it's a pity that rich people can do whatever they want. Hang themselves, drown themselves. But when it comes to the rest of us Christians, we can't do any of it. But you should really help me come shovel. You know, the oldest aristocrats in the world used to dig. Adam himself was a digger.
Is he an aristocrat? With a coat of arms?
He was the first person who had any arms.
He didn't have any.
What, aren't you Christian? The Bible says that Adam used to dig, and how could he dig if he didn't have arms? Now, I'll ask you another question, if you can answer it.
Go ahead.
Who does things stronger than a shipbuilder, carpenter, or stonemason does?
Oh, the one who builds the gallows to hang people on, since his structure lasts through thousands of people.
Huh. You're funny, and I like that. The gallows do a good job. But how? Because they do a good job for bad people. And it's wrong to say that the gallows are stronger than the churches. Which means, I guess, the gallows would do a good job for you. No, but come on, try again.
Let's see. Who builds stronger things? A stonemason or carpenter?
That's the question, so answer.
Ah, I've got it.
What?
I forgot.
Don't be your brains out over it. When someone else asks you the riddle, say a grave digger. The houses he makes last until Judgment Day. Now, do me a favor and go get me a drink.
You got to go dig
Is
those.
he really singing while digging a grave? Doesn't he realize that's wrong?
He's probably gotten so used to graves that they don't faze him anymore.
True. I guess only the people who don't have to work can afford to be sensitive.
With broken hands and withered souls, emancipated from all you know. Take it up,
That skull had a tongue in it once, and it could sing. And now look at this idiot just throwing it around. For all he knows, it could have been the skull of a politician or someone important. And now look where he is.
You're right.
Or it could have been a courtier, who could have been properly polite to his lord. Or it could have been the skull of the lord himself, no?
Right, my lord.
Exactly. And that's food for some worm, getting beat around with a shovel. It's quite a reversal of fortune, isn't it? Are all these bones worth nothing now? It makes my bones ache to think about it. There's another. See now, that's a lawyer's skull. But what good will all his fancy legal terms do him now? Or maybe this guy was once a great landowner. You know, with all his great deeds and contracts. And now, does he only get to keep as much land as a set of contracts would cover if he spread them out on the ground? The deeds to his properties he had owned would barely fit in this coffin. And the coffin's all the property he gets to keep.
No more than that, my lord.
Hang on, I need to speak to this guy.
Take it up, dig it, dig it up, dig it up.
Whose grave is this?
It's mine, sir.
Well, it must be since you're the one lying in it.
And you're lying outside of it, so obviously it's not yours.
What man is this grave?
Oh, no man, sir.
For what woman?
Oh, no women either.
Who is this grave for?
Someone who used to be a woman, but isn't anymore. She's dead now.
This guy is so literal. We have to speak every word clearly, or else he'll keep messing with us with wordplay. You know, Horatio, I've noticed this lately. The peasants are getting so clever that they're mocking the noblemen. So, how long have you been a gravedigger?
Of all the days this year, I started the day that King Hamlet defeated Fortinbras.
And what day was that?
Don't you know? Everyone knows. It was the day that young Hamlet was born. You know, the one who went crazy and got sent off to England?
Why was he sent to England?
Because he was crazy. And then maybe in England he'll rediscover his senses. Or if he doesn't, it's not like anyone will notice.
Why not?
Because in England, everyone's as crazy as he is.
Oh, and how did he go crazy?
He went mad.
On what grounds?
Why, these grounds right here in Denmark. Look, here's a skull that's been here about 23 years.
Whose is it?
Someone crazy. Do you want to see?
No.
This was the skull of guess who?
I don't know.
It's Yorick the Jester.
This one?
Yeah, this one.
Let me see that. Oh, poor Yorick. I used to know him well, Horatio. He was a hilarious jester and he had a great imagination too. I remember so well. He used to carry me on his back all the time. And now look at him. It makes me feel sick, really. Where are your jokes and pranks now? You can't make anyone smile anymore. Are you sad about that? Huh. You should go to the ladies' room and tell her that no matter how much makeup she puts on, she'll end up looking just like you. That's sure to make her laugh. Horatio, tell me something.
Tell you what, my lord.
Do you think that Alexander the Great looked like this when he was buried?
He probably looked exactly like
And
that.
smelled like this? Ugh,
Just as bad, my lord.
how pathetic we end up, Horatio. Can you imagine? The noble ashes of Alexander the Great could end up plugging a hole in a barrel.
I think you're thinking about this too much, my lord.
Not at all. Just follow the logic. Alexander died. Alexander was buried. Alexander turned into dust. And the dust became dirt. And the dirt turns to mud. The mud that we use to plug up holes. So why can't someone plug up a barrel with the dirt that used to be Alexander the Great? Or, in the same way, the great Emperor Caesar, dead and turned to clay, might plug up a hole to keep the wind away. To think that the same body that once ruled the world could now patch up a wall. But be quiet, someone's coming.